Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? I hope you all are doing well. Anyway, today, what I have for you is something that some of you probably already know and has really caused issues in some families, and that is polygamy. Polygamy, as you all know, it is acceptable and common in some religion and in some ethnic group. And personally, in as much as I don't believe in it, I'm not gonna stay here and discourage or say something bad, to those who believe in it. Rather, I'm here to actually shed light on some areas that people often ignore when it comes to polygamy. And that is the effect of polygamy on the children who are products of a polygamous family. Yes, I have actually spoken to so many children who grew up in a polygamous family, and not even a single one of them told me that they were okay with it. In fact, what I've heard from most of them is that there was always issues, problems among all the children, among the wives, among everybody there in the family. And then my question is this: if you're gonna bring children to this world only to put confusion, among them, what is the point? If you're gonna go into a polygamy and you cannot, as a man, find a way to get everybody to be the same, to act and actually be acceptable, of one another, and then to me, you haven't done a good job. It shows that you were just, looking out for yourself. You are just a very selfish person, because if you're not selfish, if you have the interest of your children at heart, you wouldn't want to bring them to a family where there will be chaos, where there will be fighting and a lot of evil, doings going on. That is not the kind of family that I think any responsible man would want his children to grow up in. So please, I remember during the time of our great grandparents, when they wanted to marry a second wife, they would make sure that they get the consent of the first wife before they proceed, with their marriage. But in today's world, what I see is men, when they make a mistake and maybe impregnate somebody outside, they will just bring that person in and just, tell you that that person they've just gone to marry her. She's now the second wife. So this is the kind of thing that really, really make me feel like these men are really, really very selfish, because if you have made a mistake, you should not allow your mistake to trickle down to the offspring, okay? You wouldn't allow your mistake to affect every other person in the family. You won't think twice. You have to put the interest of your children first. You brought these children into this world. You didn't bring them so that they will start fighting among themselves. You didn't bring them to raise them in an unstable family, in a family where everybody will be looking how to harm the other person, where there will be a lot of competition, a lot of evil doings, that to the point that some people might even start thinking thinking about how to harm the other person. Envy, jealousy, backbiting, a lot of killings, a lot of bad things I've heard that, do happen in a polygamous family have really made me to, to think that men should always rethink before they take in a second wife. If you know that you don't have all it takes to hold your family together, if you know you cannot convince your first wife and her children to accept your second wife and that of his children, then I think you should have a rethink. Because you don't want to create problem in your home. And you don't want to destroy the future of your children. You don't want to do that, because if these children are not happy, guess what? They will never be happy with, your second wife. The children of the first wife will never see their half brothers and sisters as one of them. And what have you succeeded in doing? Bringing division to your family. Bringing confusion to your family. So please, always think twice before you act. I'm not saying that people don't make a mistake. People make mistakes. But what matters is how you are able to effectively resolve and take care of that mistake that you have made. You don't make a mistake and expect other people to be roped into it. You don't make a mistake and now want to impose it on other people, forcing them to be part of that your mistake. You don't do that. So please, I'm just begging. This is just an appeal to you all who believe in polygamy. If you want to take in a second wife, please make sure you have all it takes to get your first wife and her children on board. You don't want to bring confusion. My main focus, my main concern is those children who are being raised, raised in such families. Yes, because what I've heard, the experience I've heard of people who grew up in polygamous family is not encouraging at all. So nobody would want to, use his hands and destroy his family. Nobody want to do that. If you think that you're done with the first wife, then completely close it and move on. You think you want to take a second wife, then make sure you get her consent and find a way. Since you know that this is what you really want to do, then you need to have that magic wand that you're going to use to be able to convince your first wife, make her accept the second wife, and also make sure that there is peace among all your children, both the children from your first wife and those from your second wife. Because if you have succeeded in creating enmity among them, then you are a failure. Thank you.